Okay, we're most of the way up in the middle to a point where we can clearly see that we're off the foundation and in space all the way across. You can kind of hear a few creaks and groans. We'll turn on the laser transit so that you can see how this works. You turn it on, it does a little dance, and it has a gyroscope inside, so it gets itself set up, and then it starts slinging a flat plane around the room. You can see it. Hopefully you can see it there. So listen to that thing creak. It is a bit of a windy day today, not extremely so. You can see you can't see it, but it's breezy. Anyway, we're looking for the same number. So if we go to the bottom of that joist, we can see that we're a little greater than 49. Depends on your perspective from the camera here, but let me get out of the way. There we go. You can see the flashing lights on, a little greater than 49. So then we come to this location here at the arrow. We put our tape on the joist there, and we can see we're in the same spot there, just a little greater than 49. And we can come over here, again next to this, put our tape. I get my fat head out of the way, but we're at 48 there. There you go. We got another inch to go here. And then at the other corner, I believe we're down a little bit. Put our tape there. We're still creaking over there. And we're at a little light of 49 here. So I believe that this corner will be dragged up with the amount, with the fact that we have to do an inch here, as you know, we still have an inch to do here. We'll probably get to 49 here just as a factor of dragging that up. It would work. It would definitely go if there wasn't a big hole cut in the wall. You know, if you can imagine all those sheathing boards over there, they would be pulling that up. But they end here, and now this is just a big section hanging in space, so there's a chance that we won't get it over there, and so I may supplement that with a little bottle jack. We're not asking a lot of it there. The bottle jack is, the reason I'm using these lifting shores is because they're like a screw jack. There's a physical heavy-duty thread here, and under no circumstances will that compress in. And then the carriage that you turn has thrust bearings to make turning it and the engagement on that thread, the friction, a lot easier. Because with a conventional screw jack, you kind of have to throw your whole body weight into a real long bar to get the leverage to turn it, and it's just like anything, you don't want to be forcing anything really hard. You want to be real smooth with all the action. So that being said, we're using the shores in this case, particularly because it's such a long span. If we had a short little bottle jack set up here and a long, you know, pushing post, the tendency for that to want to kick out is great. But over here, like I say, we may supplement with a jack. I'll make a little cribbing arrangement on the ground so the jack just comes up and touches the bottom of the plate there. I'll put another one of those pieces of steel on, and there won't be anything to kick out. And we're not asking a lot of a 20-ton jack. It's a hydraulic 20-ton jack. We'll just push that up a tiny bit more. Now you can have lifting shores real short, and then you can do 20,000 pounds each. These being so long, they're really rated for 5,000 pounds each. But that rating is 2.5 times what they will fail under. So you can kind of push it a little bit, although we don't recommend that. These go 86 to 110 inches, so this will work for most conventional ceiling heights. But you would have some shorter ones if you're in a crawl space or, you know, different applications, but they're kind of an investment. So for when I do this type of work, they're really handy. So we have a gap there. We're going to let this rest. We knocked the chimney down back here. We were kind of concerned that it was leaning on the building and weighing it down, so I went out and dragged it backward with the skid steer. The thimble was going into the wall, but I just pulled that out real easy. This is again where the starling was building his nest, but now we can be sure that it's not weighing the building down at all. I'm going to let this rest before we do the last little amount of travel, and in the meantime I'll clean up the chimney, scoop and dump that out of here, which will expose right where we need to be to dig our foundational hole anyway, and then we'll come back after it's done creaking and shimmied around and push it the last little bit. It's exciting. We are bearing the entire weight that's hanging in space now. So we've got this whole wall, the whole knee wall upstairs, this sort of half portion of the upstairs floor, and that whole section of roof, although the ends are standing on their foundation still, even though it's a bit eroded. So, fairly cool arrangement. Turn off the laser for now, and we'll see you when we're in the air completely.